shuffling earlier. And then we're going to shuffle out the spread to go for, into this month, okay? The first thing that I'm seeing here is I feel like there's a lot of there's a little bit of like friction or problems coming through in the housing environment, or even friction like tempers flying and things like that when it comes to dealing with family members. Okay, so first of all, if you are in a crowded home environment, if there are too many people involved, or if like they're just it feels almost like a very claustrophobic environment, get yourself out of there. Get yourself out of there, because I feel like financially you guys are in a really good space where you can definitely branch out and be on your own without the constraints, without having to deal with the friction that is associated with, you know, too many people in one environment, in one room, in one house. So that's evident, okay? I feel like others of you are trying to save up wealth so that you can, you know, secure a larger home, or even, you know, to move out on your own later. But I feel like the timing is really good for you to do it now. Okay, so don't wait on it anymore. Try to do it now, because I feel like there's going to be tempers flaring with family members, and a lot of it has to do with I'm seeing fathers. Disagreements when it comes to fathers, disagreements when it comes to like tradition, family tradition, what's appropriate, what's not, as well as, you know, for example, I feel like your parents might want you to, they might not want you to move out until you're married. Or you might feel like you're old enough and you want to move out, but they're trying to, you know, uh, prevent you from doing that. And so there's like a difference in family values. There's a difference in cultural values. You're seeing things one way, and your parents are seeing things one way, and you feel that they're being too strict or too traditional. And so I feel like, you know, values will be greatly defended and upheld for this month, and it can be a source of contention between family members and even people that you're living with. So just something to keep an eye out for. If you have an opportunity to move, do so, okay? I also sense as if some of you have been waiting on the past 2 months, have been waiting on like a love relationship partner to make a move, okay? So I feel like it's kind of strange, because I feel like some of you, it's like waiting for an ex. Others of you, you have your eyes on somebody and you want them to make the first move. And then others of you are in a relationship and you want the other person to take the relationship to the next level, or you want the other person to, you know, provide the groundwork so that you could move in and live together. So that's what I'm sensing. I think that you've been waiting for this for about 2 months' time. So it could be February for some of you. I don't know why I left that there. So it's supposed to go like this. And so if that's the case, this is the month in which you're going to strategize and you're going to talk. I feel like you're going to step out of your comfort zone rather than waiting. I feel that you're either no longer waiting for the ex. You might hear news about them moving on. You're no longer waiting. Or you're actually, you know, being taking the initiative and being the one to move the relationship along. So like, you know, taking the initiative and being the one to tell them, hey, let's move out together, or let's move in together. Let's take the relationship to the next level rather than waiting on the other person, okay? So I feel like an element of impatience coming through for you guys for this month. And that's usually not like you, but you know, it's a solar return type of month where you might have a lot more confidence and a lot more ambition and drive to move your personal agenda along, okay? And I feel that you're going to be highly supported as well. The last message that I have coming through for you is I feel like some of you are finally getting over exes, okay? Leaving exes behind, no longer succumbing to the sob story that your ex has been feeding you, or no longer waiting on that communication. So I feel that you have a lot more clarity within your heart, within your mind, to move your life along in a better trajectory. So you're no longer putting yourself on hold. You're no longer being passive and waiting on other people. So I do sense overall, it seems to me as if wealth has been accumulated. Oh, you've got some really solid things here. This is a very, it's a very clear, clean, really happy reading. So I'm really happy to see this for you, Taurus. So I feel like overall there has been, you spent the last few months, and I feel like it could be even the last 3 years, accumulating a lot of wealth. So wealth is growing steadily and abundantly. Okay. And I feel like a lot of you are at a point where you have disposable income. You have income to travel. You have income for leisure activity. You have income to wine and dine your significant other. You have income to take people out on dates or go yourself out on dates with other people. So I feel like financially, things are in a really, really good space right now. Okay. I feel that for the next few months, there might be a little bit of financial uncertainty, but you have been saving up. You are foreseeing this, so you have been saving up. So even if things don't pan out, you're still going to be okay. You will still, get through the rough times, okay? So I feel like you have been saving up because you fear some impending, financial downfall or some financial instability coming into the future. It's not going to happen, okay? So I feel like whatever it is, it's water under the bridge, it's done and over with, and you're saving up, which I feel like savings, whatever you're saving for a rainy day is a smart move. It's something we all need to do. And so I feel that you and your partner are very, very much on the same page, okay, about saving, about, if you have a relationship partner, or even if you have a significant other, you both are very adamant about saving for a rainy day. You both are very adamant here about saving so that you both can move out into your own house, so that you both can have a place that you call your own without the interference of other people. And here's the thing. I feel like one partner is completely comfortable where he or she is, and then the other partner wants to move out. So I feel like there is a conflict here about, let's stay here. It's very safe and very stable. And the other person wants more privacy. And they're like, no, I want to have my own house. I want to have something that I can call my own. And we've worked so hard for this. But I feel like there needs to be a discussion here, okay? So obviously, this is a couples card. Whenever it comes out, it basically means you and your partner might not see eye to eye when it comes to how you're spending your money, where you're living, where the work is, and things like that. So I feel like there needs to be some type of an agreement, a consensus between you and a partner. But overall, your financial situation looks very, very solid. It's really, really good. I'm seeing that for this month, first of all, we have here, and I'm actually having difficulty trying to read this energy here. So we have here an air sign. So let me just talk about this. This is news communication coming through. And first of all, I feel like there's some news communication about property, about housing situation, okay? So I feel that if you are looking for a space, it keeps coming up, the housing, real estate, property. If you're looking for a space, I feel like you have something that is coming through a friend, through a third party, through an agent, or somebody in your midst trying to help you secure a property. You are going to have a lot of success, and you are going to be able to land something that is exactly the way you want. Like, it's spacious the way that you want, and it's also within your income bracket, okay? So it looks very, very good for purchases for property. Right before this, I believe I did Cancer's reading, and I told them it wasn't a good time for them to buy new property. But I feel for you, it is a really good time to take up new property because you have some really good offers coming through. And I also feel as well, the beginning of this month is going to bring about communication for new work and new projects that you're going to be dabbling in. And I feel that it's going to pay tremendously well. So I only see here, improvement in finances, improvement overall in your financial situation, as well as, possibly getting like a pay increase or even a promotion that's going to be coming through, or even new work that's going to be popping into the picture, and the new work will bring about a new phase in your life. Okay, I love this card because when you think about this is a new job, and a new job is a new job, but with this card, there's a path in the background. And when you look at this card, you think that like, okay, this is a new job that will revolutionize the way that I work, or revolutionize my life. So it's something very big on the offing for you. And I feel this is something that you have wanted for a really, really long time. It might even, come across as that ideal job that you've been eyeing for some time. that position that you've been wanting to take over, for a really long time. You've been eyeing this. This isn't something, that's like right out of Craigslist, but I feel that you've been wanting this to happen for a really long time. And I feel like you waited, and you thought it wasn't going to happen for you. And then all of a sudden, there's news, there's information, there's a lot of revelations coming through. And I feel that, if you feel like, oh, maybe I'll take over this job in about 4 months' time, I feel like you're actually going to start it this month, okay? So, birthday time brings a lot of luck, okay? So it's a really good time for us to manifest, for us to go after jobs, for us to go after opportunities that we might have shied away from in the past. So I feel like that's what's happening here for many of you. Wishes are coming true. And financially, things are really good. And I feel like if you have been waiting on that position, on that job, and you feel like, oh, it's going to be in the picture, later on, like 4 months down the line, or towards the end of this year, or even in this month. So I feel like some of you are undergoing some type of training. Some of you are talking to somebody about procedurally how to do something so that you can do it the correct way, okay? So you have mentorship, you have guidance, and you are going to be propelled to a position of power here. So you have some really solid, good things here, Taurus. I feel like you're really financially, things are stable. If you have that partner, and if you have like family interference, you need to move out on your own. Okay, it's about time. So whatever this one partner says, like if one partner feels like, oh, staying with the parents provide stability. I feel that as adults, you both need to be on your own, and also to nurture your relationship, and to also have that stability in your relationship without interference from other people, interference in terms of like family expectations, etc. It's really important for you to try to move out on your own, and have that space for yourself, and to conserve and keep the relationship very, close and private, okay? I feel some of you are romantically dealing here with an air sign. So we have here a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra. And I feel for some of you, this might be a boss. And I feel like, he or she might be giving you information, leads, and they might be grooming you, or providing you some type of training opportunity in order to pass the mantle down to you. For others of you, this is a romantic partner. And this is a person that is very serious about you. They really like you emotionally. You make them feel very safe and very warm and fuzzy and very secure. And I feel like long-term, longevity-wise, they do want to, build a future with you. And I feel as if right now, some of you, you're very concerned about your money. You're very concerned about your work. And you tell yourself, this is the person that I feel like you really like this person. But you're caught up in your own life right now, and you feel that like once I get that big break, then I can, make a proposal to this person. So I feel a lot of you are taking relationships to the next level. A lot of you, you have somebody that you feel is a really good catch in your environment, and you don't want to let them go. So I'm feeling like some of you have overcome, hurdles from the past, waiting on exes and things like that. Those things are not happening anymore for this month. You're turning your back, and you're moving on, starting a new phase in your life. You have somebody new here that I feel you're interested in, and it's going to take some time. It feels to me like with this person, there's some logistical things from your end or from their end, maybe more from their end, that needs to settle down. They might be bouncing from house to house. They might not be as financially stable as you are. And so you're still waiting for their energy to settle down before you can take a relationship to the next level. So you have some really good things here, Taurus. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? So I'm going to go into your love reading now. So new job, congratulations, especially for those of you who have been looking. I feel like this is a big, big opportunity, okay? It should not be passed up on. So let me see what's in store for you for love, relationships, and romance. I see a little bit of impatience coming through, okay? So be careful of tempers. You guys are really you're very, very patient when dealing with people, and you don't fly off the handle. You're very self-control, and it takes it takes a lot. It takes a lot to upset you, okay? But I feel like you're dealing with somebody who is incredibly, incredibly indecisive, and your conversation with them is like on the one hand, on the other hand, and then they spin around in circles, and then every time you try to have a conversation with them, it's always like that. It's the same old thing, and they can't really make up their mind. And I feel like it's really going to frustrate you. It's really going to frustrate you. So just be careful, keeping your temper in check, not flying off the handle. And honestly, if you've given somebody multiple opportunities to make up their mind, to see where you stand with them, and if they're still indecisive, it basically means that they've got other options, okay? So don't put your life on hold. And, if it's been multiple times and they're still not able to make up their mind, cut that relationship partner loose, okay? So I feel like this is the month where final decisions, cutting off ties, and seeing the forest for the tree, seeing the situation for what it is, and just I feel like you're not too emotionally invested though, so I'm not too worried about you getting hurt. I don't feel that you are like heavily emotionally caught up in it where you're going to be hurt at all, or I feel like you're just going to deal with disappointment, okay? So let me just get the cards out first of all. Okay, so here's the thing. You're going to be in high demand, okay? So this is pretty much the Nine of Cups. Getting something that you want, getting something that you've long ago like have cherished, okay? So it could be like having a crush on somebody and then realizing that they are reciprocating your feelings. So I feel like for many of you, it's like wish coming true. And on top of that, you have another really good card here. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Financially, you are exactly where you want to be. So I feel like career is picking up, work is picking up, and just financially things are going really, really well for you. And also emotionally things are going really well as well, because I feel you are doing some type of internet dating, or even heavily communicating with somebody through distance, like through long distance, or even you're heavily communicating with somebody, like you're spending a lot of time talking to someone, texting somebody, sending messages, sending pictures. So I feel like there is somebody in your life that you are heavily attracted to, and the energy is very reciprocal, okay? It's linked up here with the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is what I call the long distance card. So I feel like some of you might physically be at a distance from another person. You don't see them every day, but it's like it's a very strong concerted effort. You come to see them, they come to see you. You have your own things in your life that you're caught up in, so you're not like you're not like missing them all the time. They have their own things. They have their career, their finances. They might even be self-employed here with this Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like they really, it's a really healthy relationship is what I'm sensing. For some of you, this might be a fire sign. So we have here the Queen of Wands, okay? This is a fire sign. So a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. This is a sun, moon, or a rising. And I feel that you are in a position where you want to offer them a stable relationship. You want to, if you're at a distance, you might be like, hey, do you want to move in together? And then this person, I feel like this is a really, really smart, intelligent, robust type of person. I feel like this fire sign might be self-employed, or they might like dictate their own hours. They're like a supervisor, a boss, or somebody in a very lucrative, like, professionally, a lot of people look up to them. And they really like you, because I feel like, you're making an offer to them, and you're going to have a really amazing time. And I feel that they're skeptical about it, not because they don't trust you, but I feel almost like they're so like accomplished, they're so proud that they don't want another person to take care of them. Okay, so I feel like if you're at a distance and you're telling them to move in, that is a huge leap of faith, right? So you want to give it some time for them to decide. Okay, so I feel like that's what's happening here. And then on the other hand, we have here a water sign. So you have here a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, a water sign. And I feel like this person might be linked in your work environment. And I feel like this person wants more of a lighthearted, carefree type of a relationship. They don't want a heavy emotional, burden. There's a lot of chemistry, a lot of physical attraction between you and this person. But I feel like they're not 100% on board with having a solid relationship. Some of you might be offering your love to this person, and this is the one I feel like they're taking their time to. They're indecisive. Like on the one hand, on the other hand, this is the one I feel that if you've done it multiple times and they give you the runaround, cut this one loose, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of physical attraction with this person. But I just feel like this person, they care about themselves. They care about their career. They're not bad people, but they care about themselves. They care really strongly about their career. They care about, professional image. They might also be in another relationship. They might be rekindling with an ex. They might come to you when they break up with their ex, but they're not around when they start dating new people. So I feel like you have two solid options. And I feel like for those of you who are single, you're not too emotionally invested in any one particular partner. But I feel that you are in high demand because you're staying up really late, texting other people, texting another person, sending pictures I'm seeing. And I feel like some of them might be of the inappropriate kind. Okay, so this is kind of like make sure you don't send pictures to the wrong people. So I feel like there's an element here about sending pictures. And I also feel as well there's going to be some type of a family. I keep seeing family interfering in your relationship, telling you what you should do with your partner, telling you things about your partner. And I do sense that family members, they mean the best, and a lot of you have full support of your family members. But it's really important for you to, make these decisions on the romantic front on your own and really gauge how you feel about another person. So don't go off on what, other people are telling you. Just really go off on your feelings, okay? You have some really strong intuition, Taurus. I don't see this often, but I feel that it is coming really strongly for this month because I feel like you're at a point where you have a clean slate to make new decisions. You want to take things you want to take things seriously. You want to take things to the next level. And I feel like you have two options that you're weighing the pros and cons between. And so let your heart dictate the decision-making process. Let your heart dictate what you should do. And I feel like a lot of clarity will be coming through in terms of how somebody feels about you. And especially if you're dealing with a water sign and they've been going back and forth, okay? And you might not get a clear answer from them. This is the month in which you will basically pass on this opportunity and just move elsewhere. You have another person here that you really, really have a really strong relationship with. It's a very responsible relationship. It might not be, completely there might not be the same amount of physical attraction. There might not be the same amount of chemistry, but the relationship, I feel that two people really respect one another, okay? So you have some really solid cards, and I'm really happy to see this for you, Taurus. I do wish you all the best. I'm going to stop it here because I feel like this is all the information that needs to be said, okay? You guys are going to have a really good month, and I feel that friends, family, loved ones will really show their appreciation, okay? I wish you all the best. If you would like to book a private reading with me, the information for my website, for my scheduling website as well, is in the description box below. And I'll be back for the mid-month reading. I'll try to do it by next week or so. And so I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Take care of yourself and have the best, wonderful birthday time ever, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.